Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting and casino industries. This week in our state and national reports, October and November numbers to go through. Deals, we've got a pair of deals dealing with the Missouri sports betting launch, as well as a prediction market deal.
Okay.
Industry updates, we've got licenses, launches, cease and desist, and also anniversaries to talk about.
Okay. All right.
And we're going to finish up in our legislative roundup with news coming out of Wyoming, Illinois, and Indiana.
Okay.
I had to look at my notes there for a second.
Never forget about Indiana. How dare you?
Well, I had in
you?
my notes there. So,
Okay.
But we'll start talking state and national right after this.
Hey, Dave Weischadle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball, so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. Dugoutmugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here in our state and national report here, and we're going to be starting off with a couple October sports betting reports. First up, the state of Nevada.
Okay.
State of Nevada has now passed $52.04 billion in all-time post-PASPA handle. As always, you have to say post-PASPA because there's a lot more in front of PASPA.
Yeah, no, Nevada has been doing this for decades.
Yes.
So I guess that's the marker. You have to PASPA, and now we'll start counting. But no, Nevada, I mean, I don't even know what kind of numbers they're talking about pre-PASPA for Nevada.
Well, here we have October mobile handle accounting for 70% of the total handle in the month of October, and mobile revenue has accounted for 72% of the total revenue for the month of October.
You're going to get that percentage in Nevada because Nevada is kind of a special place because, you know, in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, you're seeing like, it was like 92% of the handle, the mobile handle I'm talking about. But in Nevada, you don't go to Nevada is a tourist area. Look, I mean, it's a wonderful city with wonderful residents, but the bulk of its existence depends on tourism. And when you go to Nevada, you don't sit in a hotel room and play mobile. You want to experience,
unless you want to.
You want to experience the gaming floor and the different things the casino has to offer. And you know, it's one of those things where, and they really want you through the door. Number one, Nevada doesn't have a lottery because they want you in the casinos. They think that somehow competes with casinos, but you know, sell the lottery at casinos. I mean, that's probably a good way to do it. But and they also have that requirement. I mean, if you want to sign up for a mobile sports betting platform in Nevada, you have to finish up the registration at the physical sports book. So
no, but once you're registered, if you're sitting at the hotel pool, you can have your sports book right there on your phone.
Yeah, but you know, no one does that. You know,
I don't know.
Everyone wants to walk up.
Obviously, we're seeing a lot more people doing it. 70%.
Yeah, but in New Jersey, it was what 95% or
most states it's 95 to 98%.
That's what I'm saying. You know, so.
Moving from sports betting to overall...
Watch, we're going to get residents of Nevada saying I'm completely wrong.
Probably.
Your analysis is stupid.
But here we are. We're moving from sports betting to overall gaming for the state. Statewide gaming win reached $1.35 billion. That's the 56th consecutive month above the $1 billion threshold for overall gaming win. Strip casinos won $116 million from the game of Baccarat alone. That's 69% jump from the previous year, and more than the total revenue of many of the other regional markets. That's strip revenue on Baccarat.
That's a big game. That's a big game for the whales.
Yes.
That's, what they play. So good for the strip casinos.
Moving over to the state of Ohio, they released their sports betting figures for the month of October. They have a record $1.13 billion in total sports betting handle for the month of October there.
Okay.
This is the fifth time the state has actually reached the billion-dollar threshold. Year-to-date handle alone, $8.1 billion. That's the total handle, both retail and mobile. Year-to-date revenue, again, total revenue, $850 million, and year-to-date tax revenue, $154 million.
Okay.
Moving to the Commonwealth of Virginia, we have a quick note from the Commonwealth of Virginia. With their October numbers, they have passed $26.8 billion in all-time handle. Now I have to say total handle for Virginia, since they have retail sports books.
Okay.
$2.1 billion in all-time adjusted gaming revenue, and $328 million in all-time tax revenue for the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Okay, guys, that's a great market. Virginia, not only sports betting, but casinos, and they're opening up properties, and they look beautiful. So good for Virginia.
Moving over to the Northeast, we have a report from the state of Vermont. We haven't talked Vermont in a couple of weeks.
Okay, wait. Before you tell me, let me remember this. Is Vermont the state that tracks resident bettors and out-of-state bettors? Okay, I it was either Vermont or New Hampshire.
Yes.
I sometimes confuse them. So.
Well, first note, state of Vermont has set a record monthly handle for itself, $26.6 million. Out-of-state versus in-state. Here's what you were talking about.
Okay.
Out-of-state handle of $7.35 million. Active users, 9,200. Number of bets total just over 207,000 with an average bet size of $35.54. In-state.
Okay.
Handle was 19.25 million. Active users 11,000, almost 12,000. Number of bets 706,000. Average bet size $27.26.
By the way, expect in the coming weeks those numbers of out-of-state bettors in Vermont to go up because Vermont has snow.
Yes.
There is snow in Vermont now. It is now, people are coming from all around to go to Vermont to go skiing or whatever they do in the wintertime in Vermont, and expect those numbers to go up.
And year-to-date handle for the state of Vermont has passed $189 million. Last entry for the week here, as always, we're in New York.
Okay.
Week ending November 23rd.
Week ending November, that was a week before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
14th consecutive week with at least $500 million in handle. Fourth consecutive week with at least $50 million in gross gaming revenue.
Okay.
New York has generated $500 million handles every week during the football season so far. Last 4 weeks, including the end of October and all of November to date, have produced $255.3 million in gross revenue for the operators.
Okay. And by the way, expect those numbers to only increase because, of course, the big news coming out of New York is the 3 licenses in the New York City area casino. 2 go to Queens, 1 goes to the Bronx. So, we'll expect those numbers to get even crazier.
Yes. FanDuel recorded its 9th consecutive week with at least $200 million in handle, and 5th consecutive week with at least $20 million in weekly gross gaming revenue.
Okay.
That's it for state and national reports. We're going to start talking deals right now. In our deal segment, we've got a couple of deals to start off with that have to deal with the Missouri sports betting launch.
Okay.
Caesars Entertainment, as this is directly for the launch of Caesars in Missouri. They announced a partnership with former Chiefs quarterback Trent Green to promote its Missouri retail and mobile sportsbook launches.
I saw that on social media. I think he did the first bet, right? For Caesars?
Placed his first wager on the Indiana Hoosiers, his alma mater.
Okay.
He also toured multiple casino properties in Missouri that are owned by Caesars. And, he was focusing on his connection with the Missouri sports fans.
Okay, great.
Green partnered to promote the new in-person sportsbooks just as much as the Caesars mobile app in the state of Missouri.
Oh yeah, I love it when a new sports book opens. They do the ceremonial first bet, and then all the people who work for that particular sports book go out into the crowd. Hey, sign up for the app and this and that and the other things.
Well, Trent did that too.
It's a big marketing thing for sports books. Do the bet and then get people signed up.
Now, our next deal is sort of not a deal. It's an anti-deal or an exit from a deal here because we have the Kansas City Royals.
All right.
Now, Kansas City had made a deal with Underdog for sports betting prior to the launch.
Okay.
Underdog, right before the launch of the market in Missouri, pulled out of the sports betting licensing.
Okay.
They're going to focus on sports prediction markets and also their fantasy sports in Missouri right now.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it left Kansas City without a sports betting partner.
I'm sure there are other books in Missouri that will more than welcome the Kansas City Royals in partnership with them. So
they are currently looking for a new partner. By the time this airs,
probably by the time this
they'll
airs,
have something in place.
I would think by next week's show you're going to talk about a deal done with the Kansas City Royals,
if not multiple deals.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with the Kansas City Royals, but the St. Louis Blues are also in the same situation. They had a deal with Underdog mostly for just a intellectual property, team video assets, and promotion for more of the fantasy and anything else more so than sports betting. But the Blues now have to look at what they're doing too with the deals there.
Again, if you're professional sports teams, I'm sure books would love a partnership with you.
Our last deal has to do with the prediction markets. Miami International Holdings, they run the MIAX Derivative Exchange, which is they were cleared by the Derivatives Clearing House Organization, regulatory approval from the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to list and clear fully collateralized futures, options on futures and swaps. What they have done, Miami International Holdings, the MIAX Derivative Exchange, they have sold 90% of the exchange to Robinhood.
Okay.
And now, why is this such a big deal? Robinhood is currently in partnership with Kalshi.
Okay.
So what everyone is thinking is that maybe Robinhood and Susquehanna, which is the financial partner of Robinhood, may be looking at launching their own derivatives market operator, predictions market, down the road.
Okay.
We'll see exactly where this goes. The transaction between Miami International Holdings and Robinhood is expected to close in the first quarter of 2026. Then they have to go through the closing conditions that are going to be set by the CFTC. They also have to refile with the CFTC to see exactly where they stand with everything and what they can offer. And Miami International Holdings will retain 10% of the issued and outstanding equity of MIAX DX. That's how it's referred.
Like I said, this is the Wild West now. That now there are so few rules and regulations that who monitors this, who regulates this. It's gonna have to. The states are going to have to do something. The courts are going to have to do something. Maybe even the federal government has to come in. But it's one of those things just for the public protection. You want to make sure you put your money in, you can get your money out, and nothing bad is happening in this situation. And you want to maintain the integrity. There's that word again, integrity of the transaction. So this is the way you explained it. You see how complicated that is. Someone's got to have to oversee something like that. So,
well, the one thing I have been noticing, these newer prediction market operators that are coming online, I mean, if they're not like a FanDuel or DraftKings, if they're one of the other entities out there running a prediction market, I'm noticing they start off with non-sports offerings.
Sure.
And I think they're waiting to see what happens with the sports prediction market, lawsuits that are going on around the country, see what happens there, maybe before other ones move into the sports prediction market.
I can tell you, a couple weeks ago, I saw a flurry of prediction market television commercials. I haven't seen one in a couple weeks. So it's I wonder if something's going on or what's happening, or I don't know. That's a purely unscientific way of monitoring that market. But it's one of those things where you have to you have to figure this out as you go. So it's like I said, there's no rules or regulations now anymore.
One last note. Before I came into the studio, I saw a Kalshi commercial.
Did you really?
Yes.
I did not. I haven't seen anything like that. I've seen
them. Yeah.
I saw the one where. Did you see the Spartans, the 300 thing? And is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, that's the
exact one.
Yeah, you can bet on who wins that, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird area of law now.
Yes.
It's bizarre because you just don't know.
Yep. That's it for the deals. We're going to start talking industry updates right after this.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place the cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here in our industry update segment. We've got two quick stories to talk about since this has been talked to death already. Missouri has launched.
Yes.
39th state to launch legalized sports betting. Every single operator that was supposed to launch has launched, except for Underdog, which withdrew its application prior to the launch of the market. So it was a 12:01 shotgun launch. Retail and mobile all opened at the same times. So congratulations and welcome to the party, Missouri. Moving over to Pennsylvania, where Penn Entertainment has announced the complete rebrand of its online sports betting platform from ESPN Bet to the Score Bet.
Okay. All right.
Existing customers, I think we've discussed this. Actually, we have a really in-depth discussion on Turnpike Sports this week as well. Existing customers of ESPN Bet are able to access the rebranded app just by using their same login credentials. All account setting, open wagers, responsible gaming tools that have been set up for each individual customer all remain the same. You just went from mint green to striking blue, or whatever they call the color right now.
Was it, and did you actually have to change the app if you're in Pennsylvania? I'm not in Pennsylvania, so I don't know what happened, but I remember.
Well, Penn Entertainment's in Pennsylvania. This was nationwide, 21 states.
Well, I mean, did everything?
It just changed.
Change?
As soon as you opened up your app that morning, December 1st, it changed.
I had to do it two ways. I mean, one time I had William Hill. And that I looked at my phone one day, and it wasn't William Hill; it was something else.
It was Caesars.
But then I think there was another sports book,
Sugar House.
I actually had to take that off and put another one on.
Well, so the Sugar House was a little different because Play Sugar House had a huge.
Was that Bet Rivers?
Yeah, but Play Sugar House had a totally different platform than what the Bet Rivers was.
Okay.
The tech stack was such that you couldn't just replace the branding.
So this one was an easy transition. If you're a customer
platform,
and had that on your phone, it just changed over.
Yeah, that was the one advantage with ESPN Bet because it still had the same tech stack as the Score Bet. So.
All right.
Moving out to the state of Michigan, we have the Michigan Gaming Control Board approving the launch of Hard Rock Bet as the new internet gaming and internet sports betting partner of the Hannahville Indian community, which operates the Island Resort and Casino in Harris, which is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Hard Rock Bet replaces 888, which has exited the Michigan market.
I wish I can show you on my hand where that is, but I'm not sure how to do it. But they always
You need a
showed,
mitten.
it's something about the hand is like a kind of like a map of Virginia.
It looks like a mitten, yeah.
And I wanted to point to it, but
Well, I had a high school teacher.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to insult people from Michigan if I do it wrong.
Well, I had a high school teacher who did that.
Okay.
When he said where he was located, he put his hand up, I'm here. That's where his hometown was, in Michigan. So that's exactly what they do.
Is that, you
That's
put
the
your
easiest
hand
thing to
up.
do,
I don't even
yes.
know if it's the right this hand or this hand or
It should be this hand.
this hand because and your thumb is the peninsula. Is
Yeah.
that what they're talking about?
Pretty much.
All right. Okay.
Moving over to the Commonwealth of Virginia in a better discussion. Temporary Live Casino Virginia in Petersburg is scheduled to open up on January 22nd, 2026. Subject to final regulatory approval, marking the city's first step toward the permanent casino, which will be launching in 2027. The temporary location will be 75,000 square feet, feature more than 900 slot machines, over 30 table games, a bar, quick service restaurant, food court. And then the larger destination will have 445,000 square feet of space, including 1,600 slot machines, 60 table games, 200-room hotel with suites, sportsbook, nearly 20 food and beverage outlets, more than 70,000 square feet of convention and entertainment space.
Okay.
That will be in 2027.
Wow. Okay.
Couple anniversaries to hit real quick here. We've got New Jersey's Harrah's Atlantic City celebrating their 45th anniversary.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They had a cocktail event at the pool after dark, which is a very fun place to go to.
We've been to a couple parties there, and it's no, you have all these bars around the pool. I mean, even at nighttime, I guess it's a bar at night, right?
Yes.
You always see pictures from there. It's a nightclub, really.
Exactly.
And you have a bar, and the pool's there.
Yes.
So it's interesting.
And at the end of the ceremony, they brought up the day one team members, the people that have been there since it opened.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Joined the CEO on stage for a celebration. Moving over to Nevada, we've got another sort of anniversary to talk about. We've got the Flamingo Las Vegas unveiling its latest round of renovations on the property prior to its 80th anniversary in 2026. You've got renovations including a redesigned lobby. Bugsy's Bar on the casino floor underwent a new look, as well as an upgraded VIP check-in area.
Okay.
Actually, Bugsy's Bar is Bugsy Siegel there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's old school Vegas right there. That's great. 80th anniversary.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Staying in Nevada, we've got Fremont Street. The Fremont Street Experience is celebrating this month its 30th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
They're having entire different weekends worth of celebrations. It started with a downtown hoedown. Don't ask me what that was all about.
I guess so.
They had a Guinness pop-up shop for one weekend. They had a neon nights display. It was a whole light display at night.
Okay.
Then they had they're going to end at the end of December on New Year's Eve with the countdown under the canopy, which is going to be a light show for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Moving over to the state of Tennessee, we have Delaware North announcing it will cease operations of its Betley online sports platform in the state.
All right.
It still operates the sportsbook in Arkansas, Ohio, and West Virginia, but it will be stopping in Tennessee. And also, they are going to be looking at maybe the re-entry of the Betley brand in the state as an online casino at some point.
Okay. Yeah, Tennessee is one of those places where it only has online casinos, only online sports books. No retail sports books in the state.
And last entry for the week here, we have Maryland. Now, we always talk cease and desist, or almost every week we're talking cease and desist. Mm-hmm. The Maryland Gaming Commission has issued cease and desist letters to Chumba Casino and Lucky Land Slots. Both of those are operated by VGW. They have been ordered to stop. So this is now the crackdown that followed what the state of New Jersey has done for the VGW-owned social casinos, which are unlicensed.
Okay, that's another hot topic that has to be sorted out, the sweepstakes casinos.
Yes. Yeah. That's it for industry updates. We're going to finish up with our legislative roundup. Starting off our legislative roundup, we're heading out to the state of Wyoming, that gambling mecca, Wyoming.
Yeah.
The legislature has passed a slate of gambling bills towards the end of the session here, while rejecting a proposal to cap the number of historic horse racing machines in the state. The legislature's Management Council approved several measures that would expand the state's authority over gambling, create felony penalties for money laundering, which is a necessary evil of today's gaming industry now.
Yeah.
They voted against forwarding a bill that would have limited each operator to 3,000 HHR machines per permitted live track. That was actually kind of smart because that is also driving some of the business at the tracks in the state of Wyoming there. And they also advanced a measure restricting skill-based amusement games to liquor licensed venues that allow alcohol consumption on the premises.
Okay.
Moving over to the state of Illinois. Illinois has been constantly in the news with these, well, they started off with these bet surcharge.
Is that what they're called, surcharges? I don't
Statewide
know what
bet
the
surcharge.
correct term for these things are.
Then when the mayor of Chicago announced that he was proposing a city tax on online sports betting in the state, he's got 30 Democrats, House Democrats, writing to his office and the Chicago City Council, urging them to oppose the motion to create a 10.25% city tax on online sports betting. They felt that if this city tax was put on online sports betting operators, it would basically chill the market.
It probably will.
They'll lose more than they'll gain.
That was the same discussion before New York launched mobile sports betting.
Yes.
Who's going to go do business in New York with a 51% tax rate? But I don't know. This is a tax upon a tax upon a, so many
tax
layers
upon a surcharge.
Yeah. And this one directly affects more so than New York the actual bettors. So
well, right here with a 10.25% city tax, you're looking at getting it up toward 50% tax for operators in the state of Illinois overall. And also, if once Chicago institutes something like this, some of the other cities may do their own. That's going to change the whole. It'll knock it all out of whack.
Yeah, everyone.
Simply put,
every state watches what other states do with their sports betting.
And finally, in Indiana, we have a House bill introduced that will propose allowing a casino in Allen County. Now, why are we saying this? This just follows the release of a report by Spectrum Gaming analyzing the entire state of Indiana and where the best places would be to expand the casinos into those different areas, Allen County being one of them.
Sure.
And they're expecting applications and proposals, several $1 million worth of license fees under this proposed bill. It's not moving forward just yet. It was just introduced. By the time we air the show, there may be some more movement on it. That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. If you've been watching on TV, there's been a ticker flying by below us with domestic and international gaming stories, entertainment stories such as concerts, restaurant openings. Check those out when you can. And when the show is released Monday mornings, there is a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see the full print version there on our blog. That contains stories we talked about, stories in the ticker, and other stories we didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere else, including conference announcements as well. So check those out. Press releases, announcements, conference announcements, restaurant openings, info at turnpikesportsradio.com.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.